Hey there, thinkers, and welcome back to another episode of Critical Hit. My name is Est, and I wanted to bring some light to the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who. Or really, Doctor Why Bother? Well, let's get into this. Doctor Who was really one of the greatest TV shows of all time, creating a cult-like following, and seeing its fanbase in an outrage almost feels on par with how fans feel about Marvel. And just like Marvel, the showrunner of Doctor Who has come out and attacked the fans, who didn't like the latest episode, which just happened to be the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who. I wonder who they're celebrating. Well, they did respond to some fans, calling them crybabies. Like, are you kidding me? The chip these producers or showrunners have. Like, I don't think that fans should ever be attacked when the creators take risks and push the envelope, so to speak. But when the fans push back, that should be your sign to say, nope, you're right. It's funny to see how the customer's always right, except when it comes to a character's fan base. So you mean to tell me the showrunner attacked its fan base off the show's failure? Fans are not the reason why your show failed. Fans are the reason why your show will ever be successful, the reason why the showrunner has a career in the first place, and the reason why the story is even successful to begin with is because of their fans supporting the show with their money. When the only reason you have success is because of the fans, the last people that you should be attacking would be your fans. Like, take a look at this interview with Henry Cavill. He completely understood.
To fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have. And people are going to be upset because, especially when you're talking about books or games, because you're never going to be the exact person who they had in their head or who they played on Witcher 3, for example. I don't necessarily consider that toxic. I just consider that passionate.
So now for the why. Why? Why are fans upset over the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who? And what gives the showrunners rights to attack them? Well, they didn't even try to hide their awful intentions in this episode, where they treated their fan favorite Doctor Who, David Tennant, like an absolute weeb. In this episode, which was meant to celebrate the amazing history of Doctor Who, one of the leading causes of that rich history is credited towards David Tennant himself. So to bring back his character for the 60th anniversary just to treat his character this poorly has outraged most of their fanbase. And why did they do this? I kid you not, it's because he's a man.
Yes, we know.
We know everything, thanks.
And you know nothing? It's a shame you're not a woman anymore.
Emotional damage!
It's like they took a page out of Marvel's handbook and said,
put a ticket in and make her name it gay!
It's really anything that they can do to make men look just awful on screen. And it couldn't be the fact that they've diminished Dr. Why Bother into nothing more than a gendered slur, a man. Or could it be, yet again, more forced LGBTQ pronoun lectures on how to use their language without being offensive or mortally wounding somebody by your words?
Help them get home and then you'll never see me again.
You're assuming he as a pronoun.
True. Yes, sorry, good point. Are you he or she or they?
My chosen pronoun is the definite article. I am always the me.
Oh.
All this did was highlight a political point that did nothing to advance the story. Useless dialogue. So even the BBC did a review of their own show, and it states that although the show has been progressive, look at the number of stories over the decades. About, example, threats to the environment. The special is preachy, but at the end of the day, little more than delivery system for the message. Remember, this is supposed to be the 60th anniversary to celebrate the history of Doctor Who and his accomplishments. It's easy to see why his fanbase is so upset, because when you go into a story expecting to see one thing, but then having to be hit with all these random lines about something else that has no sense to the story, of course fans are going to be pouty about it. That's not what they signed up to watch. This is clearly happening more and more with Hollywood, with their crappy content entertainment that they keep producing. When fans sit down expecting one thing, but instead get a jumbled insert political theme of the day, and have to watch our beloved characters get withered down to nothing but a stepping stone to prop up a new version that's perfect, mean, and female, that surprise, everyone rejects. The worst thing a writer could possibly do is to be heard through the dialogue where it sounds like the character is speaking a different mind. Writers keep inserting realism through our fictional stories, and all that does is just push fans further away. Well, that's everything for now. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Before you go, please like and subscribe to be notified for our next video. And I will see you in the next video. Toodles!